So we have regularization in logistic regression. So regularization is extremely important in logistic regression modeling. Without it, the accepting nature of logistic regression would keep driving losses towards zero in high dimensions. So we would be having lower and lower losses and we would be getting a zero value. So without regularization, we can't really up that value up anymore. So consequently, most logistic regression models use one of the following strategies to dampen the model complexity. They can use either, we talked about L2 regularization, or another example is early stopping. So early stopping is basically limiting them on the steps of the learning rate. So limiting the number of steps of the learning rate. So we're not going to be doing excessive steps, we're going to be reducing this. And then we have a third strategy called L1 strategy. We'll be talking about that in a later module. So imagine that you assign a unique ID to each example and map out each ID in its own feature. If you don't specify the regularization function, the model will become completely overfitting. So we talk about overfitting and underfitting. That's because the model would drive loss to zero. If loss is zero, then we would be overfitting the value. So if it's overfitting, then we will not be driving the weights either. It would be either plus infinity or minus infinity. So this can happen in high dimensional data with feature crosses. We talk about feature crosses, if you don't remember, data in one set, data in one set. So if you remember, if you don't, I would just go and check that video out. Don't worry if you not remember everything what to say, because I even had, we all have difficulty. We just have to keep reviewing and then we'll make them remember in a longer sense. So this can happen in high dimensional data with feature crosses like we talked about. So when there's a huge mass array crosses, that happen only one example each. But fortunately for us, we can use L2 here to actually go and stop and prevent this problem. So in the next video, I'm going to be talking about classification and how we can actually go more into classification. We talked about regression. So let's dive into classification in the next slide just to come. See you then. Okay guys, so let's get back to this.